So let's get the Dragon 32 show on the road. Now this is the emulator that I'm running, and just in a moment I'll show you where I got this and how I set it all up. So it does actually work, so we can put in print 3 plus 2 and it gives the answer 5. So it is up and running. Now let's have a look and we'll see what I've got. So on my desktop, I'll show you, actually open up here on the desktop. I've got a folder here. It's called Xroar, X-R-O-A-R. So I'll show you where that is online. I'll just bring up a browser. Okay, so in your browser you can type in Xroar. Okay, the very first one that comes up is the 6809.org.uk. So I clicked in there. Now I came down to the Windows. Okay, so Windows binaries. So this one here, the zip archive. Okay, so zip archive. So click on that and it'll download a zip file. So if I go into my downloads, you can see it sitting here. So it's Xroar. So if I go in there and have a look, so there it is. So you can take that, stick it on your desktop and unzip it, and you'll see that you're going to have these files here. Okay, so the actual application is this file here, Xroar. Xroar application, is this one. Okay, there's the application, and you've got some documentation, a little example, some readme files. Okay, now there should be a configuration, that's it. So this one here actually is the configuration file, so that's quite handy. So I'll show you how we can set up the configuration file, but go ahead and grab this and stick it on your desktop. So if you stick it on your desktop, you'll end up with a folder that just like this one here. Okay, now for some reason there's another file which is the ROM file. So the ROM file doesn't come with this. Possibly it's on that same page, I don't know, but I put in, I just typed in Dragon 32 ROM file. So you're looking for this d32.rom. So come in here, and again we can just go in and type we can type in d32.rom for Dragon 32. Okay, so let's see. I don't actually remember exactly where I got it, but it's possibly in there. I do remember typing this in. So there's a D32 file here. So that's downloaded, but obviously you'd have to be careful, make sure maybe you check and make sure that the file is okay and it's safe. Okay, I don't think this is where I downloaded mine from, but you can get them all over the internet, and it's probably actually in there as well somewhere if you hunt through. But you'll need to get that file anyway for it to run up. So you'll end up with that D32. Now I've also got this games folder, so I got all the games, and they're all in terms of these CAS files, so that's all of the games there. Again, I just went online and I typed in Dragon 32 bundle of games. I can't remember again exactly where I've got it, but if you're interested and you can't find all the games, I can put them on a drive somewhere and you can download them. Okay, so what I might do is I'll make a note below the YouTube video and I'll let you get access to all of these games. Okay, so that's if you're interested in playing the games, that is. So we're going to end up with all of these files here. So you should have all of these. I think that cassette one there, again, that's a C file, okay? So this is the entire setup, okay? Everything that you need in order to get going. So what you can do, if you've got all of this, click on the Xroar application and it will run it up. Okay, so that's the Xroar ran up. Now there's a good possibility whenever you go to type stuff in, that whenever you go to type in the strange characters, like if you do your shift and 1, now my keyboard's okay, my keyboard works okay, pretty much gives us all the characters that I'm looking for, and there's not really any problems. It does kind of work. I don't get all of the characters, but I get pretty much most of them and all the ones that I actually need. So what you can do if you're having problems with the characters, I'll go and I'll open up the configuration file. So this is the Xroar conf file. Now whenever you open this up, when I opened mine up, everything was actually commented out. So I went into ChatGPT and I checked to get a few extra things to set up. The first thing to note is that if I'm in the bottom right hand corner here of my, this is Windows 10, I've got it, you can't quite see it, it comes off the bottom of this screen here. Let's have a look. You can see it there. So I'm on ENG, so I'm on an English keyboard, which is what you would actually want for Dragon 32. But you can try being on an English keyboard, or you can change it to United States, okay? Or you can mess about with that to get the proper keys. Now another thing that I put in here was this here, KeyBD, keyboard stroke translate. So you can add that into the bottom and it should do a translation of your keyboard. And also put in this here, machine space Dragon 32. There's another 3 things above that I actually got from ChatGPT. I put these in because whenever I was trying to do recordings of what I was doing on the Dragon 32, I had this horrible, awful noise coming through the headphones. And when I put these extra, what would you call them, commands within the configuration file, when I put these extra ones in, so that's sound driver equals dsound, and sound buff size equals 60, sound rate equals 48,000. It seemed to make it a lot better. But if you're not doing recordings and you're not getting any of this noises coming through, then you don't really need to bother with that. So that's all I used to set it up, and it's kind of set up and it's running a-okay. But now you need to see exactly how we're going to generate or get an actual program loaded. So we can type away just now and we can do the write programs and so forth. So everything's all ready for us to get started. But let's imagine we just wanted to go quickly to get in and load up a game. So what you can do is, if you, let's try again, I did this for the first time last night. So if you go to File and you see where it says cassette tapes. So we've got these files and they're CAS files, okay? They're basically, I think, kind of like wave files. So you're kind of imagining that when you open this up, this is like your old tape deck that you would normally have. So you'd have all the programs in a C60 or C90 tape, and then you stick it into your tape recorder. So this is in effect like the tape recorder. So we're interested in this insert. So if you click on the insert, and then we can head into all of the games. So all of the games are in here. So I click on here, and again, if I come down to the one I used the other night there, was Chucky Egg. So we'll go in and just have a look. So there's a couple of Chucky Egg ones there, so I'll just click on the first one. And this is .cas file. Okay, so that's actually loaded in to, in effect, your cassette. Okay, player. So then you can load the actual program. So it's CLOADM. Now sometimes they ask for double quotes like this, and sometimes it just works and it loads in automatically like this. So Chucky Egg actually had a look at documentation. It said the double quotes, so we'll leave the double quotes in. So we press return, and that's it loading, and it actually loads really super fast, because if you click in here, you got the cassette thing here. Now where did it go to? I'll see if I can find it again. It's file, cassette. So you can see it's actually loaded it in, and it's loaded in. See, it's got fast loading. So rather than having to wait 1 minute or 24 seconds for it loading, it loads in super fast. So that's really quite handy. So leave this fast loading and leave this CAS padding ticked. So it's actually loaded, and we need to execute the game. So we'll get it up and running by EXEC for execute. And there it goes, Chucky Egg. Now it is actually making a noise. You won't hear it because I haven't set up my audio here for it. Okay, let's have a look and see. It doesn't seem to be doing very much at the moment. Let's have and see if it's that's it there. So it is actually up and running. So let's try S for start. It was, so if you click on it and just click S, number of players 1. And now we don't seem to have any volume here. I had the volume on it last night. It's probably just this here. Actually, I've turned the volume down on my OBS Studio, so it's possibly why you can't hear it. Now I don't have the volume quite set up. Now on the next video I'll have a wee look, and I'll let you know exactly how to set the volume up. But I think this isn't anything to do with the game. It's my setup just now on OBS Studio, which I'm using to record this. Let's have a look and see quickly. So you might not be able to see this, actually, it'll go daft. So this is my OBS Studio, okay, and we're in the recording section, so it's in here. This is my mic I've got at the moment, but if I click on that and go into properties, so I've not got any default there. So let's think, what am I doing? I'm recording from it's going to be my headphones device. That's going to be, I think, this one. Okay, no. So I'll try the other one, properties. Now that's my, for when I talk into it. Okay, I'll have a wee mess about, and I'll let you know on the next video how to get your volume sorted. Well, you might already have it, but it's all working now, except it's not working because I can't go left and right. Let's have a look and see. Why there, left and right, that's us. So everything works. Okay, so that's how to get set up with OBS Studio. And let me know, I don't want to get killed here, so I'll go into full screen and we'll get out of the way here before this thing gets us. Ooh, there we go, that's us. Okay, so welcome to the Dragon 32. We can come in here as well. At the moment we can go into hardware and we can go soft reset. Soft reset should actually just turn it off and replace the game again, but it's not quite worked. Okay, we'll just go in and go to hard reset. Okay, so that's us back to the beginning again. So welcome to the Dragon 32. We're going to have some fun playing some games and doing some programming. If you get any problems setting this up, you can put a comment at the bottom of the video and I'll see if I can help you out. So I'll get you on the next video.